And our word for today on this memorial of St. Catherine of Siena, Virgin and Doctor of the Church on this Monday, April the 29th, our word for today is observes. Observes our word for today. And here to talk about it is Father Mark Davis, who observes things from a little higher perspective.
Yeah.
Nice to see you, Father.
Good morning, Father
Mark?
Good, Dave. Good. Ron, how are you guys?
Wonderful.
Doing great, thank you.
Hey, Dave, do you talk to yourself very often?
I am my favorite conversation.
You were talking about Pat O.E. Murray. Said, I bet you Dave has conversations with his own voices in his head.
And there are
sometimes I hear arguing in his office, and there's only one person in there.
That's right. I'm often wrong when it's just me.
So have either of you watched The Chosen?
Yes.
Yeah.
So my understanding is that season 4 has only been in the theaters. And so just as to add to the what's going on, this Wednesday and Thursday at the Holy Family Center at St. Pat's of Heatherdowns, right there on Heatherdowns, we will be showing season 4, episodes 1 and 2 at 7 o'clock on Wednesday night, and then 3 and 4 episodes on Thursday night at 7. This is in our Holy Family Center right there at St. Pat's of Heatherdowns.
Nice.
All are welcome.
So the first 4 episodes of this season 4, which is the current season, Wednesday and Thursday night, 7 p.m. Each night. That's fabulous.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, and I think those are the ones that were shown in theaters. So anyway.
Did someone take a cell phone into a theater? And...
I don't know, and I don't know if that means that it's online now. I don't really know the specifics.
Oh, no, I think you're an early bird on
That's
this.
wonderful.
I think if you're going to see it, you got to go to St. Patrick of Heatherdowns Wednesday and Thursday or to the theater. So
what time did you say, Father? 7 o'clock?
7 o'clock.
Okay. Great.
Love it. Thank you, Father.
So today's word is observes, and it comes from John's Gospel passage for today's readings, talking about if you want to connect to me, if you want to live in me, observe, you have the commandments, observe them. Mm-hmm. Now, this reminds me of the gospel that we had over the weekend, which is Jesus says, I am the true vine. Mm. Like I am real nourishment, I am real truth, I am real love, and not the fake kind that we can get in different sources. Now, believe it or not, Ron and Dave, this reminds me of a story.
Oh, thanks.
Of a newly married man. He and his wife been married a couple years. They live somewhere in the north, and he comes to church. He comes to work on Monday and says, "Oh my gosh, what a rough weekend! On Saturday, all of the power went out. It was crazy." He said to his coworkers. We had to light candles everywhere, and get this, the TV wasn't working, obviously. I couldn't play the stereo. Both my laptop and my iPad and my phone were all dead. I couldn't charge them. It was snowing so bad I couldn't go outside. I couldn't play golf. I couldn't walk. I couldn't fish. Crazy. Then I went in the kitchen to make a cup of coffee. I couldn't do that. I couldn't even make microwave popcorn. There was absolutely nothing to do. So I ended up talking to my wife. And you know what? She's a really nice person.
Good to talk a little bit.
Yeah.
So what strikes me, about that story that I really love, was that I think COVID reminded a lot of people what connects us to the true vine. Mm. And I think a lot of people did talk to their loved ones more. I do think more people read, or did things and projects, around their house, spent time with their family and friends, played games. And I do think that a lot of people took that time when a lot of what they usually do was taken away to go deeper and to do things to connect to the true vine, which is God. And I think it's so easy. There are so many things that we get energy from and that we just have to keep up on. Just making sure we return everyone's email and text, and to be able to, so many people do gaming and different things online. It can be so busy that sometimes we forget that God is the true vine and calls us to deep connection with him. And so Jesus reminds us today that if you want to connect to his true vine, observe his commandments. Right. So go to church on the weekend. Pray. Forgive. The basics. Be honest. Those commandments are just not like civil law, and if we break them, they're going to be thrown into jail or hell, or God will hate us. No, this is supposed to be a pathway to the true vine, which gives us real life, that gives us hope, that gives us love, that gives us truth and perspective in our life.